Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss another LeetCode problem statement, that is find first and last position of element in a sorted array. This is LeetCode 34 of medium category. So here you have given integer array and target. You just have to figure it out the first and last index. So in this case, if you will see, right, this is the index 3 and this is the index 4. This is what we have to return as a integer array. In another example, if you will see, this target 6 is not present. So in this case, we are returning -1. So let me quickly jump to the board and we'll discuss this approach in details. Well, in order to solve this problem statement, there is two approach. The first approach is linear search, where one by one you just have to iterate, but the time complexity will be big O of n, as we have to solve this problem statement in O log n time complexity. So we will be using binary search in this case. So whenever we are working with binary search, we know like we need three things. First one is start, then you need end, and at last by using this start and end, you have to calculate the value of mid. Now the given array which we have is 5, 7, 7, 2 times 8 and 10. The index will start from 0 and it will go up to the length. Now this is your start, this is your end. Now you have to calculate mid based on this value. So what will be the value of mid? It will be start plus end minus start by 2. So the value of start is 0. 5 by 2, so it will be 2. So this is your mid value. So mid value you got initially as 2. So we are going to iterate two times. In the first iteration we will find the first index, and in the second iteration we will find the second index. If in first iteration itself the index is not available, if we are getting -1, then we will return -1 comma -1. This means like the particular target is not available. If first is available, then definitely second will be available. So in this case, when we are trying to find first, so you have the mid value. Now you will see this value is less than the given value target. You have to move this start by mid plus 1. So start will come at this position. Now again you have to calculate the mid by using the index. So in this case it will be 3 plus 2 by 2. So you will get mid value as 4. So this is your mid. Now what you have to check, whether this element is equal to the target or not. Yes, this is equal. In this case, again, what you have to check, we will be using some sort of Boolean flag value. If this flag is true, it means you are trying to find the first element. If the flag is false, then you are trying to find the second element. So in first case, the flag will be true. If this is true, in this case, what we will do, simply we will move this end by mid -1. So end will come at this position. Now again, what you have to do, you just have to calculate the mid value. So in this case, it will be 3 minus 3 by 2. So in this case, this will be 0. So you are having 3. So this 3 is the mid value, and at last, you just have to return this first. So the value for first index, that will be 3. Similar approach we have to follow in second. In second, what will happen? The flag will be false. If the value is true, then you just have to move the end, that will be mid -1. If the flag is false, then you just have to move the start by mid +1. So in another case, again, you just have to start from scratch. Now again, this is your start, this is your end. This time you have to find second, as the first value you have already got, that is 3. In case of second, again you have to calculate the mid. Initially the mid value which we have received, that was 2. So this is your mid, which is not equal to the target. This is less. So what we will do, start will come at this position. Again we will calculate the value of mid. So in this case the mid value will be 4. Now you have to see whether this flag is true or false. In this case, if the flag is false, it means the first index element you have already received. Now you are trying to figuring out the second one. In case of second one, what you have to do, now you have to start looking into right side. So start will come at this position. Now start and end both are pointing to same. So again you have to calculate and figure it out the value of mid. So in this case the mid value will be 5 plus 0 by 2, 5. So this is your mid value. Now as the value of this flag is false, right? So what you have to do, you just have to simply move your end, to mid -1. So end will come at this position and that will be your output. Let me quickly jump to the LeetCode compiler and will write the code for the same as we have discussed. So it's a very simple, straightforward. You just have to iterate it twice. In first iteration, you will start looking into left side. If you find the index, then only you have to figure it out at right side. If you doesn't find, then you just have to simply return -1. So we were talking about flags, right? So let me quickly create one, static method which will return a particular index. I'm giving the name as, search index. This will accept three things. The first thing will be the array itself. Second thing will be the target as we have given in the problem statement. And the third one is, the flag. So I'm giving the name as find first. Okay. Now in the very next step, you have to initialize the value of start as we have discussed. Another one, the value of end, it will be nums dot length -1, and this iteration will keep on moving until the value of start is less than or equal to the value of end. Now you have to calculate the mid, and how we will calculate? Start plus end minus start by 2. Using this formula, you will get mid value. If by any chance the nums of mid value, if it is equal to, the given target, then what we will do? For this, I'm just going to create one variable called index. Okay. So this variable I'm initializing with -1. So if it is equal to the target, right, then what we will do? We will just update this index by mid value. And now we will check if this find first flag is true. If it is true, it means you are trying to search in left side. So for left side, what you will do? You just simply reset the value of end by mid -1. And for right side, if the value is false, then what you will do? You just have to reset the value of start by mid +1. Perfect. In the very next step, if this is not true, then what you will check? Again, you just have to check whether the particular index value, mid index value, if it is less than target, then what you have to do? Simple thing, you just have to reset the value of start by mid +1, or else what you have to do? You just have to reset the value of end by mid -1. At the end, you have to simply return the index value. Okay, if it is present, it will return that particular index. If it is not, then it will return -1. After that, you have to call this method over here by passing the first thing is array, another thing is target, and after that, as we are trying to figure it out, the first index, so here we will pass true. Okay, now this one will hold the first index and will check, if this first is equal to -1, it means the particular target itself is not there. So we will simply return from here itself one integer that will be -1 and -1. Okay, if it is there, it means if you are not getting -1, it means the first index is available. If first index is available, then second index should be there. So for that, what we will do? Simple thing, again we will call this one second. Same method we are going to call again, and for this we will be passing same set of thing, the array, target, as well as this value will be false. It means we are not trying to get first index, we are trying to get the second one. So for that, at last you just have to return this new int, and here you just have to pass the first as well as second index. Okay, so let me quickly execute this code and we'll see whether it's working properly or not. Okay, so all the test cases passed successfully. Let me submit this solution. Okay, so all the 88 test cases passed successfully, and this is the approach we have to follow in order to solve this problem statement. If you like the video, do subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your day.